Past life read for Ashley.
There's interference in a relationship going on. There's a manipulative type of energy going on. There was expectations in a certain relationship, and somebody interfered, and really fucked things around. It left you feeling shortchanged. You felt like you got ripped off. Now, the galactic in here is the alien interference coming through. The karmic relationship and the lesson that was there, you didn't have an appreciation of then, and I don't think you would now. You will have this experience until it resolves, until you figure out where to commit your heart and where it's actually, where's worthy of trusting. This is what the issue was here. It was trusting something and thinking that you could take it at face value when you should not have. This interference, timelessness, knowledge and truths, the mystical stuff coming through, the wisdom coming through, and then the sword. Of course the sword. Look at the difference in this. This vibrancy, this projection and infusion of this onto this. It's like you were in your gothic version of yourself, in your crazy, crazy, upset, Halloween, scary version of yourself, and painting it all so vibrant and colorful. You couldn't see what was coming right at you. You carried the truth, and you were very, very upfront, straight up, boom, boom, boom. But because you had your heart on your sleeve, it didn't go well. Oh. This is interference from somebody with power. This queen coming through is not you, but it's somebody that has aristocracy type power coming in and interfering. Wow. This one was straight up arrogant as fuck. You just didn't see it coming at you. Wow. It's like, you know when somebody has somebody wrapped around their little finger? It's like she was that deceptive with you. There was a betrayal that happened, and she wrapped and took your whole hand. Like, no fair. Four of Wands. Now, this is what you thought you had. This is what you wanted. This is what you thought you had. It's not what you had. The vibrance here is at odds with what was going on. It's almost like you got a sneak peek of a future life, like 2 or 3 future lives where the happiness was greater, the balance was more even. But in this particular life, you were clueless. You were there to learn this lesson. That's a fucking bummer. Ooh, payback. All right. In this life, you were there and you're learning the lesson of being betrayed. Life prior, you're the one doing the harm. Queen of Wands here, Queen here. You created disruption and you created heartache. Big time heartache. Somebody else had to leave. It's like you got almost like a back-to-back flip show. So, like, you and this person. Next life, you and this person. It's more about you and whoever is the interloper than whoever was your partner. Now that's fucking weird. It's a lesson that you learn, that's soul growth on your own. The star is here. This is a second chance, hope and healing. This was an agreement. It wasn't, I'm sure it didn't feel nice, but it was an agreement. Before you got here, you knew you would do it. You knew you would take turns in learning forgiveness in this way. You also would play the roles of queen, of Mrs. All That in a Bag of Chips, for sure, but kind of a little bit self-righteous, pious, and pushing her agenda at all costs. It was really difficulty on the soul, both times round. Either way you slice it, both times round. What's the field here? We're looking at this one. This is when you had the arrogance. The lesson of betrayal or hurt we all can know and understand, and we know what was going on in this one. The one preceding, where you were the one that was the haughty person. Not the haughty as in, oh, you're so sexy. Haughty as in fucking arrogant. Yeah. And you had power there. Wonder why you made this deal. I have no idea. But very, very sacral energy, very, very sacral and root energy going on here. I don't know why this is. It's the rivalry of twins. It's like, it's not even like a twin flame thing, so don't mistake me for that. It's the rivalry that siblings would have if they were twins and always being compared one to the other, one to the other. So one's high, the other one's low, and one's labeled this and the other one's labeled that. It's the rivalry of twins. This Two of Cups doesn't come up as you and he. It comes up you and your twin. This comes up as, yes, this is how you entered. Wow. Perseverance, Seven of Discs, holding your ground, standing your ground, being able to ascend through these. It's going to take some time. Way back in here, you've got this. You're going through this each time you're coming through. There will be a counterbalance. It's like almost an opposite. Not an exact opposite, but almost an opposite. This is a highly connected person, like a sister, like a twin. The separation of the dreams finally comes. The curiosity to be your own finally comes. The naked truth of what it must be finally leads to celebration. Well, what the fuck, finally? And dreams. This is what happens finally. This is something. Here's the 1. Here's the 2. Here's the 3, the 4, the 5. This is going to come in on the 4 or the 5. I don't know what time around that is. That's the naked truth that has to come. This pairing always comes through. You're always celebrating and antagonizing and celebrating and antagonizing. And every once in a while, you come through together, boom, as the twins.
She went, yes.
Bizarre.
Yeah, that was Sabrina, so.
Let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah. Fate and the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is sometimes the union, the romantic. In this sense, this is the bond that you share. See how entangled you are with each other. It's always been so. It's always been so. Whether it would be galactic here, galactic in the Pleiades, galactic in the Sirius set, galactic as far as the space telescope can see. It would always be so. This is your twin, and this isn't twin flame. This is very, very much a part of you. Like when the universe kicked into gear to create you, it kicked in another that was very much so similar to you. One of you is slightly different, but here's the opposition. And also the Lovers is all about choices and contracts and commitments and sacred connections and sacred union. That's not always, oh fuck, this is my romantic buddy, let's go create kids. No. This is about you, your up down cycle. Again, the contrast, my God. Look at this. You watch for this. You watch for this. Watch for this, okay? You got this? Can you see this? Watch for these kind of contrasts. That's what it's all about, the lessons in contrast. You guys wanted to do them together. So you guys decided, okay, I'm going to be the heroine, I will be your arch nemesis. I mean, really, really. Interesting. And you'll walk the world together quite a bit. Every time you walk through it. It's like, you might not shoot through as twins in the same family every time, but you shoot through frequently as twins in the same family, in the same time. And there is a little bit of competitiveness that will spur each other on that helps turn you into the next season, into the next cycle to get the lessons done, to get them accomplished. There's this English show. I don't think I've even watched it, but I've seen it on like BBC or Acorn TV. And it's about these older women who write letters back and forth, and they always try and one-up each other. Now, I've never seen this show. I've only seen the blurb for it. But that's what it is. It's this connection, and there's kind of this a love-hate, but more of a love. But there is that energy there. You guys knew you would do battle in such a way, and then you would have reprieves. Not every time is this Four of Wands the harshness. Not every time is it's so fucking tough. Wowza. Not every time.
I'm wondering if this had something to do with it. She put before that she put interesting. In another past life reading, you said my heart was split in two and didn't know why. I'm wondering if this had something to do with it.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does. How would it not? Like, how would it not really? We're seeing it so clearly here. The contrast, the contract, that's the agreement. That's the damn truth. That's the damn truth. You do this in cycles of 3. You take a turn, she takes a turn, and then there's peace. You take a turn, she takes a turn, and then there's peace. And it's how you're going along the path. And you could go back pre-history, pre-written history, pre-Earth history. You could go back. It's like you're these galactic space travelers. Wow, wow, wow. That's the damn truth. That's the damn truth. Here we see it again. It's like the fire and ice kind of contrast coming through. It's not so much about what these cards are down here. I don't give a shit. This is a fire and ice contrast. This is one of you more power hungry, more I'll survive, I'll conquer, I'll take. And one of you in the more angelic type of thing. It's the fire and ice type of contrast over and over and over. Understand that this contrast and this balance as it plays out, it will continue so. It will continue so. And in some lifetimes you may not recognize it. Other times you might be so close and it's in your grill. However the divine sees to coordinate this, I have no clue. No clue. I just know that this contrast is there. So in one, you're this. In the next, you're this. In one, you're this. In the next, you're this. Over and over and over. It's the cycle and it will repeat. How long will this go on? I mean, I imagine it'll go on forever to some degree, yes. But I can't even think how many. Like, this doesn't feel like we're seeing 1 or 2 lifetimes. It feels like we've got about a dozen in here, which is wild. It might take that to crack it. To crack that. And it's not like you don't have fun with this. It's almost like you guys get together and you plan this before you get here. And you're like, oh, yeah, guess what I'm going to... Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to really, really teach you forgiveness this time. Okay, I'm game. Let's do it. Yeah, I want to learn forgiveness. I want to learn. And then this one, fuck. Yeah, that's what it is. Death and rebirth, and this entry, it finally comes through. And I said it felt like about 13. This is 13, where you get the new. It's 13, where you get the individuation to a degree that there's an appreciation. There is no need for the 1, 2, and 3 cycle. There's no need for it by that point. It's 13 life cycles that we would think of in this term. That's what I've got. That's wild. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else we want to explore in there. We're going to the Llewellyn Tarot. It's very much an older looking tarot. It's noisy because I trimmed borders out. Okay, now this is a little bit creepy, but I don't care. You're getting it. There will be astral travel where you have like flashes of these lives, these times, flashes of these defeats and victories. And you will be able to see yourself in the dream space in each role. Now, it may not be the exact dream. It may not look exactly like this. But what I'm telling you is you will see flashes from the previous coming in. It will disrupt you. It'll be like, what the fuck? And finally, you'll get the aha. Take it as the aha. Take it as the acknowledgement that there is contrast going on and you are learning from contrast. So what you're focusing on, what you want to manifest, you're calling forward. Some of this plan, this difficulty, this struggle that is in your hot mess of a life right now is here intentionally so. There's a balance. This is a gift. This is charity. This is the universe giving you exactly what you set forward to have. Not you and this other person, but what you set forward to have. And her as well. We're talking about you and your relation to this. Whether this other person even knows this is going on, I have no clue. I have no clue. This person could come in as your mother, could come in as your sister, could come in as your friend. But it is very much the twin. And it seems like that's how it goes. That's a wild one. Keep at it. Let your dream space teach you. Write your shit down. Epiphanies will come. They'll have the offering there. The truths will come in the dreams. Yeah, it'll come in as the 10th sword. You'll have a 5 on one side, 5 on the other, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. The 9, and then the king, 10th sword. That's what I've got. That's insane.
Whoa, Angie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a short one, but that one's just convoluted, mind-blowing, like kind of a little bit mean and bitchy, but kind of also you're sometimes the mean, bitchy one, so yeah. Rose Red and Snow White. That's a fairy tale that has some of this elements in it. I don't know if that's a fairy tale you even know. I don't know why that comes. It might be worth a read. I don't know. Good luck on that. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Holy moly.
She put wowee, Angie.
Yeah, I know, right? These things are never boring. I have yet to find one that, oh, you were just a bore. They're always an adventure. They're always so fascinating. I mean, look at this. Frenemies? Frenemies much? That's a cheesy word to begin with, but yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. Now that I've told you all this, hopefully it's helpful in some way. I don't know how, but... And it doesn't all have to be figured out in any one particular lifetime. At all. Yeah. The third party in this situation is whoever it is that you guys think you might be in love with or not in love with, or whatever it is you think that you might be competing about. That's the third party.
She put, thank you. This was amazing. I have a sister who's a spirit guide who I feel is really connected to. I'm wondering if it's her.
No idea. You'll know better than me. You'll know better than me. But the contrast that you call forward in this life is here for very good reason. It's here. It's like black and white to Technicolor over and over again, hon. Wow, wow, wow.
All right.
Yeah. That's the karmic relationship. And I thought it was about the dude. Oh, no. The universe soon. No. That was not the story. Okay.